Hello everybody, it's one of our favorite videos. This is the HB Notebook Challenge for March. I have decided not to do it live, at least for this month, because last month it was very time consuming to try to figure out the exact setup, and I still feel like it was a little bit blurry and not the best thing. So we're going back to old school, and I'm going to show you all the beautiful notebooks I am working with right now. Okay, so first things first, this one that has gotten a little bit dirty, and my daughter has started drawing on everything, which someday I'm gonna look back on this and be like, oh my gosh, I remember when she was so tiny. But anyway, this one that I have been using since September of 2020 is finally finished, you guys. Well, okay, it's not completely finished. I have 3 pages here in the back that I will finish today. So I already know what I'm gonna be writing in here. So this will be done. I am very happy about it. This ended up being just a fun notebook for writing down my thoughts, my morning pages, and just like sometimes I would make lists in here. Sometimes I would write quotes or you know, like I said, a lot of lists and things like that, or just little things I wanted to remind myself of. But for the most part, it was just a lot of journaling, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to mark this edge here with the date of February 2021, and as of March tomorrow, I will be moving into this next Michael's journal. So these journals are usually about $5 a piece, and every once in a while you can find them for like 2 for $6 or 2 for $8 or something like that, or buy one get one half off. So they often have deals. If you're looking for where these are in the actual store, you can usually find them by the art supplies, so where the paint is and the Tombow dual brush pens and all of the like markers and watercolors and stuff, that's where the journals are, and they have lots of different ones. So I'm going to use this one that says it's just a phase and it just has a purple interior. This one actually has more pages in it than this one did, but that's okay. This is the one I'm going to use, and I'm pretty excited to get started on it. Hopefully it will not take me 6 months to get through this one, but since there are actually 128 sheets in this one, or 120 sheets, this might take a few months, and I'm okay with that. The key is that I'm actually starting to finish notebooks like all the way through, and that makes me so very happy. So this is the next one for me. I won't like go all the way through this one because I just did a complete setup, but I just wanted to mention it for anybody who has not watched that video. So I am taking a new course this year called the Manifestation Babe Academy. It's something I had not intended to do, but was very excited to sign up for. And so I wanted a luxurious new planner to set it up inside. So I bought this gorgeous planner from Cloth and Paper. This is their leather large agenda. It's currently sold out, but she does restocks pretty often. And I have it all set up with a lot of Cloth and Paper accessories and other things like these gorgeous Inked United blush pink metal dragonfly discs. I also got these dragonfly discs in purple, and I have them in red. Thank you to the fan who sent those to me. So I have this whole thing set up for that course, and if you want to see the full flip through, it is up on my channel. It's the previous video from this one, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And that is definitely a notebook I'm working in almost daily now to do journaling and coursework for this course. Another thing that I can just very briefly touch on is I'm still really using almost on a daily basis my Erin Condren monthly notebooks. So again, I've mentioned these so many times, but they come in the full letter size, which is what this one is, and they also come in the regular like 7x9 Erin Condren size, and they have the monthly spreads, and then they have some paper, like lined paper behind it, and then there's extra lined paper in the back. And this is what I use for all of my like video planning and outlining. I've had a few people recently ask me like, how do you outline your videos? I do not do a script, and in the early days there were some people that were like, you should really script your videos, and I did try to script them, but it's just not me. When I script it, it comes out sounding very stilted and unnatural, and I don't put my passion into it because I'm trying to read what I wrote. Instead, what works for me is to make a list of what I want to cover, and I just get pretty, like, I'll write through it. Sometimes I'll write a blog post first so that I can work through everything that I'm going to talk about. But for example, like I have this video on how to plan a series, and I just made a bunch of dots here with my little Zig clean color dot markers that I love, and I just wrote out a bunch of things that people have questions about and started talking. So I did all the things that I wanted to address, and then I put them in order of an outline. And then I put this outline, once I've written it, into Notion, which I'll talk about soon. I know so many of you are waiting on my videos on Notion. I promise they will be up in the next few weeks. I put it into Notion, and then my assistant Janet will take them and she makes the blog posts and kind of helps me get it a little bit cleaner. But yeah, I just basically 1, 2, 3. I just make a few notes about what I'm gonna say, and then I start talking. And for me, that seems to work better. And I know there are people out there that would prefer shorter videos that were more scripted, but I think every YouTuber has to find their own style, and your style won't be for everybody. It won't match everybody's tastes, and that's okay. You do you, right? So I have used this so much. Like, the whole thing is basically full. And we just have a few more months. So now I am moving into, obviously, the March section. So pretty soon, probably this afternoon or tomorrow, I will set up my schedule for all my March videos and outline them. So if you're curious about what's coming up, we have the Notion videos, and we also have an entire series that I'm gonna do about how to come up with ideas. We only have a few more months. March is coming tomorrow, and then we just have April, May, and June after that. So I would imagine in the next month or so, Erin Condren and all the planner companies will be announcing their new designs and things like that. If you've been interested in an Erin Condren planner and you just have wanted to try them, I think they're like 30 or 35% off all their dated planners, because they're getting rid of the 2021s to make room for the 2021-22 18-month planners. So if you are interested in trying them out, you can grab them at a discount, and you can use my code below if you've never used them before to get $10 off. So that would make this monthly planner something like $20. So it might be worth a shot to give it a try if you have wanted to check those out in the past. Kind of another Erin Condren design. I want to put a new cover on this because you can switch the covers out. And this is kind of more of a Christmassy color cover, so I'm probably going to switch this out. But this is my manifesting journal. The Erin Condren notebooks are pretty full, like they have a lot of pages in them. So I got a dot grid notebook a little over a year ago to work on manifesting a television deal. And I have been focusing on it every once in a while. I don't write in here every day, but it's something that when I feel inspired, I will go in and I will do some journaling or some scripting that'll be like, okay, in 2025, what will our life be like? What things will be like in a year? Stuff like that. So I enjoy keeping everything in this journal super, super positive and all about my ideal life, but almost particularly focused on creating a TV deal for myself. And so I started this, I don't know exactly when, maybe at the very beginning of 2020, honestly. Let's see. No, so 2/23/20. So I started this almost exactly a year ago, and I, getting pretty close to the end of this one. So maybe by the time this is over in the next few months, there will be news for a TV deal, who knows? So this is an important notebook for me, and I wanted to show you that it's getting close to full. Okay, the next couple of things here are gonna be a little bit more in depth. So I wanted to really go through them with you. So these two kind of go together right now. This top one I have shown before, but I haven't used it in many months. This is a Webster's Pages composition style notebook. So let me move this one to the side so you can really see this one. So this composition notebook holds the exact size you can imagine. The composition notebooks from like when you were in, grade school, my son uses this size. But I got this beautiful notebook from May Designs, and I'm still working through the ones that I bought for Black Friday, like all the way back in maybe 2017 or 2018. I bought maybe like 10 notebooks when they were on sale, and I'm still just using them. But I have this set up, and it's a companion to my plotting notebook. So in here, I just have some basic things. I have some stickers, a little emoji from Coffee Monsters Co., and some little pages, some various little doodads and accessories all over the place, and page flags and washi tapes and stuff like that. And I also have a gold dot pen from Emily Lay. So my absolute favorite pen refill is the Pilot Precise V5 RT. And so I'm always on the lookout for pens that fit the Pilot Precise V5. And the Emily Lay pens fit it. So I have her like Happy Stripe one, and I have the gold dot pen, and eventually I'm gonna get her little simple floral or whatever pen as well. These are kind of hefty, really nice pens that I think will last me years and years. I think I've already had this one for 2 or 3 years, and it just holds up so beautifully, and you can just refill it as many times as you want. And these refills also fit into my favorite Kiki K pens. So really, I probably should not buy any more pens at all and just use these beautiful pens that I have. So that's kind of been on my mind lately, about like, stop buying new pens and just use these with the refills that you love. So there's that. Then I also have the star of the show, which is this May Designs notebook. So this is kind of a cardstock linen sort of cardstock cover. It's not super hefty. It's, you know, it's just slightly thicker than paper, but you can custom design. They have hundreds of ways that you can design this, and you could put your name on it, you could put your book title, whatever it is. And I have marked off these first pages here because I have already started journaling, and this has spoilers in it for my book. But what I'm doing is I'm basically working on Vengeful Darkness, and you'll see a vlog coming up from me on Thursday that is all about how I switched from working on The Witch's Door, which was supposed to be the book I was writing this early part of the year, to working on Vengeful Darkness, which is book 11 of my Shadow Demon saga. And I'll explain all of that as to why and how I switched my quarterly plan from one book to another on Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. And I am now working on this book, but it has been 2.5 years since I wrote book 10. So I've got to get myself back into the world. And the best way to do that for me is to read back through some of the previous books and get my mind back where I was and look back through all my notes. So I have already started that process here in this notebook. And I will just continue to use this to brainstorm and plot. Now, this will be just more brain dump kind of stuff as I'm reading through, as things occur to me. So I've been carrying this one around with me all over the place, all through the house, and it's really light and easy to carry, which is why I'm doing it in this notebook. But I have also set up a brand new notebook, and as you can see, I don't know how well it's coming through, but my sweet little Evie has been drawing on everything. And I know that it may seem like, well, stop letting her get your pens, but it's like, I cannot turn my back for 1 second, or she's climbing on the table. She's on top of, like, she will climb all the way on top of the computer desks. She's a handful, let's just say. She is actually going to be 18 months old, 1.5 years old on Tuesday. So she is off the chain, and she is drawing on everything. So she's drawn on my stickers, but I think I mentioned this before. I used to use a full size, like a big Happy Planner that's the letter size, and this same kind of cover. It was also black, same exact kind of thing. But carrying around and keeping like my laptop on my desk with the giant Happy Planner was starting to get a little bit cumbersome, and I just wanted a little bit of a refresh and a change. And I had bought this classic size cover, I think at Zulily, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. It was still in the box because I had gotten it for like $6 and I couldn't turn it down. I thought someday I'm going to use it. So now it has gotten its day. And instead of keeping it plain black, I decided to put some cute stickers on it. So this witch sticker is from Studio Adorkable. And these couple here, Your with the apostrophe RE and Writer, are from Anthem Sticker Company on Etsy. And then these Kinda Witchy Writer, Drink All the Coffee, Cliffhanger Head, Read, and the Coffee Cup, as well as some of the others that I have in here, like Write, Edit, Repeat, are from my friend Jennifer's Winkle Lark store on Redbubble. So I will link those all below. She is also a Hardy, and she is part of our community, and she's a romance writer, and she has made these super cute stickers. And there's so much more than just these, you guys, like amazing. But she made this cliffhanger one for me. She does sell it on the store, but I was like, hey, if I could have a cliffhanger ahead, I would love it, because it's just my favorite thing to write. And then of course a couple of Hello Kitty ones, but the stickers are really great and I highly recommend them. This sticker inside that says "Right" on the hollow is from Adrienne Michelle's store, Procrastiplanner. You guys know those are my favorite stickers, and she had this "Right" hollow sticker in her 1-year anniversary box, but I think she might be selling them separately as well. Also, this hashtag Writers Who Plan is from her shop as well. I think I've mentioned it in a couple of videos before, or maybe even in the last notebook challenge video, but I got this planner at Michael's. It was an 18-month planner. I got it at Michael's for $5, $6, and loved the book theme and the rainbow color discs, and so I'm using that one. But I will say, I'll show you guys another happy planner that I'm going to be using coming up. And while I was at Michael's this week, they have more clearance stuff, and this one I got for $5, I think, and 60 cents, and it's got the purple discs, but look at how beautiful. Look at the magic around you, and then the monthly spreads are so beautiful. So I'm kind of like, oh man, maybe I want to change out what I've done with this bookish planner and use this purple one instead. I'm really kind of feeling it, and since I am writing mostly magical witchy books, this might just be a little bit more inspirational for me than the bookish kind of like classics and this like pastel color theme. So you might see this change out later this week. I have not fully decided. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. As you know, nothing gets wasted because I reuse stuff, and I reuse old pages for plotting and journaling and stuff like that. So it'll get used one way or another. It's just, what will I use now? So basically, I know to keep this notebook challenge somewhat reasonable in time, there's no way that I'm going to be able to go through the whole thing, but I have been thinking about recording a complete walkthrough of this planner and how I'm using it and how I've set it up for a new book, because I'm doing some things that are a little bit different this time. So if you want to see that, please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below that you want to see the full flip through. But basically, I am going to be tracking my total word counts on this early page. I have my writing plan here. Almost all of the pages that I'm using in here, other than the actual Happy Planner pages, are things that are free inside my HB resource library. So if you sign up for my mailing list, I will send you an email that has a link to that resource library, and this writing plan is in it. And I already completed this once, and I try not to like re-complete it, but because I got behind on Fate's Surrender, it put my whole year off to a degree. So I'm going to be redoing this with the new plan of working on Vengeful Darkness. So I'm going to refill this out, and hopefully that'll be the last time I do that. And then I've got some random Happy Planner pages for notes. I have this little line it up sort of template here so that I can draw straight lines. It doesn't always work. And then I have my actual plotting planner. So if you guys are interested in seeing a new flip through of what all's in this plotting planner, let me know, because I've got a lot of cool stuff in here. Some of it is stuff you've seen before, but some of it I'm using in a way that you might not have seen before. So let me know, and I will show you a full flip through of this plotting planner. We'll see if it looks a little different if I switch to these pages here instead. This cute sort of magic one. I don't know. I'm so tempted, but I love them both. Oh gosh, I don't know. Okay, another notebook that we're going to talk about today is kind of another reset, and it's only March and I'm already resetting things, but you know what? I'm not going to apologize for it, because you have to find what works for you, and sometimes that means trying things that don't work and then switching and trying something new. So this is why I went to Michael's the other day. I have been trying to keep my like health and fitness stuff in a bullet journal, and I actually did this whole setup video for you guys. I tried it last year. I tried to reset it up for January. It's just not working for me. I think I have to admit that I'm in a time in my life where I'm just too busy to keep up with drawing things in a bullet journal. I need something that's more guided and something that's already done for me. So what worked for me last time I was trying to get my diet and exercise together was a Happy Planner. So I ran to Michael's because all my friends in my planner group told me that Michael's was running a big clearance sale. And sure enough, I got that purple one as well as this one, which is one of their fitness planners, for $5.60. These are normally like $32. So if you have a Michael's near you, now might be a good time. It was very picked over, but there were still a few nice planners left. So I've got another one of those plastic pages, and I'm going to put kind of some photos of me at my ideal weight before I got pregnant with Evie in here so that I can hopefully get back to that. Because I've talked to you guys before about this, but I not only want to get back to my ideal weight where I feel good and I can fit into the clothes that I want to wear that are my favorite clothes, but I also want to get rid of these terrible PCOS symptoms. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome and it is just getting worse and worse, and I just have to get it under control. And I've struggled all year, and I think that it's partially because of the pandemic stuff and partially because I'm just busy all the time, and I have this toddler who runs around all the time, and so it's difficult to find time to prep food exactly right. So my husband is now on board and he's going to be doing a lot of the cooking. I just have to do the planning. Also, I was trying to go back to bright line eating, which I've talked about before, but I think for this time in my life when I'm so busy and stressed and I don't have enough really like downtime as much as I want to, because I have such a young child who's up early and has a erratic schedule, that Brightline is too restrictive for me. It absolutely works, and if you're looking for something that works, Brightline eating works. It's amazing. But I haven't been able to stick to it, so I got to try something different. So I'm going to try a 21-day fix, and all I'm doing is committing to 21 days of this diet. And I definitely know that when you start talking about your diet on YouTube, everybody wants to offer their opinions about this isn't healthy, or you should do this, or don't do this. But I'm not going to really participate with any of those comments, because I just have to find something that works for me, and you should find something that works for you. So try to keep the comments non-judgmental. I would love to be in a place where I am eating 0 sugar and flour, but it's just too restrictive. Maybe I will find that the 21-day fix is too restrictive, but I feel like it's a little bit more flexible. So this is one of those container diets. I have no idea if I'm going to enjoy it, if it'll be annoying, or if I'm going to love it and it'll really work. But it's a way to restrict a little bit and give me some guidelines so I'm not like binge eating. But anyway, that's enough about that. I'm going to use this planner / notebook for it. So I've set it up as like a hybrid planner notebook, which is really kind of my favorite thing to do. So I've got the fitness planner. I have taken out the actual January and February pages because we're out of January. I kept this little dashboard because I thought it was really cute, so I'm probably going to cover that up. So I will be starting the planner actually with March. But I've got all these pages in here before. So I'm going to fill this out with my fitness goals. Then similar to that same setup with the writing planner, I'm going to be putting in my daily weight or my daily workout. I'm not sure. Maybe both will fit in here if I can. We'll see. And then over here, I have this printable that I got from Etsy. I'll link it down below. I can't remember the name of the store, but I will say it was $7 and there are typos in it that I've had to like, white out over. So other than that though, it's really pretty. So this came in letter size. I just fit it down to 82% and printed it out. So there's a place for progress photos, and I printed several of those pages. There's these weight loss trackers. I have about 50 to 60 pounds to lose, so I should hopefully be able to fit most of, this will be 50 pounds if I fill that out. Then there's a weight log, measurement tracker, and all of this came from that Etsy planner. So workout log and a habit tracker. Then I have printed out, so you can see some white out there. So I've got a weekly meal plan, and what I'm planning to do, and this is what always has worked for me in the past with diets, is I just set up a weekly meal and I just eat the same thing every week, because making decisions is hard enough when it comes to my writing and my business, that the less decisions I can make, the better. So every day it'll just be the same breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. So I want to set up my meal plan and then set up my weekly grocery list so that I can always make sure I'm getting the same things. Then there's extra meal ideas and then extra place to put recipes, and I can always print more of these if I want to. So that's the first part of it. Then here in the second part is just a bunch of note pages that I can write down like different things, different lists of things I need to buy or do, and some journaling if I want to journal about how my journey is going. I also got this out of one of the Happy Planner notebooks, and I thought it was pretty and it matches the colors pretty well. So I put some more journaling pages behind that in case I wanted to put together some other like meal plans or notes about my exercise. Then I also have these little half sheet notes that I think are Happy Planner ones as well. And then you get to the March planner. So the way I'm planning to use this is to write out the workout that I'm planning to do for the day here in the day. Then I also will probably write my steps. So I've been using this Halo band. The problem with all of the steps trackers that I have is that when I'm walking with Evie and I've got the stroller, they don't really actively or effectively track my steps. So I have to kind of put it in my shoe, which is a little bit annoying, but it's okay. It works. Then in this actual fitness planner, the way it works, this is different from the typical 3-box happy planner. You still have the top box that's for today. Then you have focus, you have a food log, and you have an exercise log. So over here, I'm gonna write the exercise I'm supposed to do for the 21-day fix. And then here I will write what I actually did. So this is very similar to my HB90 plan. And this is the way my brain works, because there's a difference between what you intend to do and what you actually do. So I want to keep track of both of those things. So here is where I will track the food that I actually ate. Here's where I will track any like thoughts or steps or water intake for the day. So all of that will go here. Focus, I'll probably do like a little quote or sticker or something like that here. I haven't decided exactly how to use the focus on that page. And then it's just basically a regular happy planner at that point. And I'm hoping this will be a little bit easier to keep up with than a bullet journal, because I won't have to draw anything in. I won't have to worry or make decisions about stuff, and we'll just see how it goes. Sometimes I know that it seems excessive or wasteful to like have a happy planner or have this and not use it all. And that's fine if that feels that way to you. But for me, I know that I'll use that Archer and Olive bullet journal for something later. I'll repurpose it. But for now, it's really more about getting myself to the point where I'm being healthy. And that's what matters, not which planner I'm using or which notebook. It's just about what works for me. And so I'm hoping, since the happy planner worked for me in the past, this sort of hybrid planner notebook situation will work for me now. For water, I also wanted to show you this. Look at this crazy bottle. Like, I don't even think this is going to fit accurately in the shot. So this is like a gallon water jug that I got from Amazon. It's about $22, and I got one for me and one for my best friend. And it has the times on it. So you're supposed to be at here by 7, 9, 11, and so on. So by 9 p.m. you should be to here. And here's how I plan to use this, just for anybody who's interested, because I do not want to carry this giant jug around, and I'm not going to be drinking out of it. I'll probably would spill it all over myself. So I have a Hydrate Spark water bottle, which is a smart water bottle. It will track and measure the water with an app on my phone, and it blinks at me throughout the day if I have not been drinking. But part of the problem with, now this one is stainless steel, so that is pretty nice. But part of the problem I've had with this bottle in the past is it doesn't always keep the water as cold as I want it. So my plan is to fill this up every night with a gallon of water and then throughout the day this one and keep emptying it, and just make sure that by the times I have finished and I'm refilling. So by 3 p.m. I should be refilling to this thing to the 5 or so. So we'll see how that goes. I will keep you guys updated, but I just wanted to show you how funny this like massive water bottle is. If any of you are using it, let me know. I will link it in the comments down below, or link it in the description. But this Hydrate bottle has been really nice, but it's only 17 ounces. So it's really not a lot of water. But it's nice to keep on my desk and stuff like that. And once the water is super cold, which I'll keep this one in the fridge, this big one, I should be able to pour it in here and it'll keep it cold. That's my hope. So water intake, at least a gallon of water a day, hopefully a little bit more than that. And then 21-day fix workouts every morning. I'm hoping to get at least 10,000 steps a day and trying to get at least 6 hours of sleep a night. I know that I need more than that, but when you have a toddler at home and you run 2 businesses, that is not always possible. So I'm hoping for that. So those are basically the main notebooks that I'm using for the month. I also do have pulled out this old school happy planner. This is the big one. So if you want to see the difference between what I used to use for my plotting planner and this one, you can see how much easier this one is to carry around throughout the house with me. But this one is set up as my gaming planner, and I'm probably going to give this a little bit of a refresh probably next weekend if I get a chance, because I am going to start gaming a little bit more regularly at night, because I just need some downtime that isn't like work or like answering emails or helping people, because I love helping people and I love being available to people, but I find myself late at night like answering DMs and people asking questions and what should I do for this strategy and stuff like that. And I want to help people, but then I don't have any time for myself. So I'm setting some extra boundaries for myself, not only for my health and fitness and making that a priority, but also for my mental health and fitness, which is always super important to me. So I like to set this up and set my goals of like getting my jeweler to level 120 and different stuff like that. So I am going to give this little planner slash notebook, it's mostly empty pages right now, a total refresh for whatever game I decide to play. So hopefully you guys will see that next month. But I hope you guys enjoyed the notebook challenge. For our giveaway this month, I am going to be giving away a Happy Notes notebook. So since I was talking so much about Happy Planner, I thought I would go and give one away. So this is the Happy Notes. It's not as big as the Happy Planner in terms of the discs are smaller, but if you have regular Happy Planner discs, you can actually change them out. But this one says Life in Color. It has a rainbow, and I don't want to open it because I want to give it to you as brand new as possible, but it has some really cute, like, I don't know how well you can really see it, but it has basically just lined paper inside and some really cute little dashboards there. So this one's very cute and it has the rainbow discs. So when you comment below, let me know if you'd rather have the rainbow discs or the fruit. So this one has fruit and it says Rise and Then Shine, and it's got these pretty yellow stripes to it. It also just has lined paper with these three cute kind of fruity dividers. They're sort of they all have food on them, but if you wanted to create your own like health and fitness or a meal planner one, this would be a really great one with the red discs. So you can tell me if you want fruit or rainbow, but I'll be giving that out to one lucky winner, and I will send it internationally if you are an international winner. So everyone is welcome to enter. I will leave that open until March 5th on Friday at about noon, in which case I will announce the winner and get that sent out to you in the next week or so. I also just printed out the description of the book, so I'm going to put the book up on the screen here, that I wanted to really try to highlight some books from our own community here in Heart Breathings and just sort of talk about some books that I have picked up that I'm hoping to read soon. So this is called Gilded Lies, and it is by one of our very own Hearties called Lynn Lustig, and the book description is Tantalize, Taste, Suck. Such misleading powers. Hiding his supernatural sex appeal, actor John Beecham aims to recapture the spotlight, but when he and his secret boyfriend share unprecedented visions, they know a fellow ability-wielding abnormal is undergoing experimentation. To get them free, they'll need John's reckless and powerful ex-girlfriend on their side. Having empathic abilities doesn't make Licia a hero. With her murderously protective streak over abnormals and resentment towards ex-boyfriend John for keeping secrets about a corporation experimenting on their kind, she's willing to do monstrous things to defend their own, even if it means admitting her pesky, lingering feelings. The three of them must work together if they can survive their ability-laden love triangle first. Good thing John knows how to act like a normal, no-ability, straight guy who's totally not losing his shit. If he's not careful, he'll have to come out of the closet in more ways than one to save their kind and rescue his love life. That is, if his lovers can forgive his face-saving gilded lies. So this is a book that I saw described as a bisexual X-Men adventure thriller. And so if that gives you chills, then definitely give it a chance. It seems like all the reviews say that it's really gripping and unique. And of course, it is an LGBT story, and I would love to continue to highlight more diverse stories here on this channel. So if you want to give that book a try, I believe book 2 is coming out soon. So I will link that for you down below. And that is it for our March notebook challenge. I hope that you enjoyed this. I have to say I'm so excited to finally be finishing just a regular notebook. Most of the notebooks I use are hybrids like this, but it also feels good to have a notebook that's just purely for journaling, and I love it, and I'm excited to start my new one. Let me know how your notebook is going or your notebooks are going, and don't forget to tag me over on Instagram at Heart Breathings Blog or use the hashtag HB Notebook Challenge. And I will see you guys again in March. Also, just as a quick reminder, my HB90 bootcamp will kick off on March 14th on Sunday, and it's a week-long 7-day course on how to really plan your time and how to stay flexible and get as much done as possible with also keeping your mental health and your personal vision in mind, so that you can make sure that everything you're working on right now is something that's really leading you toward your ideal life. If you would like to join us, registration is actually open now, and the Facebook group will be opening up tomorrow, so everybody will be coming to join us. We already have a really great group going for that course in March, so if you've been thinking about it, now is your chance. The Q2 HB90 planner will also be up later this week, so come join us. All right, you guys, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in my vlog on Thursday. Bye.